screen.
I would fully believe.
Oh, there it is. Everything just popped in.
Ba-bam! All right. Now we are.
Barovia is taking literal centuries to load.
There we go.
You visit Greece by any chance? Are you Greek now? Are you living in Greece maybe? That's why it could be.
I'm in America, home of sort of fast internet.
Fast food, maybe?
It's not Scandinavia.
Okay.
Don't we have like one of the like worst average internet speeds or something like that?
Yeah.
Nice. Capitalism, baby!
But you guys, I think you guys are paying too much for that, regardless.
Yeah, we pay too much.
That's like the American way.
Worse internet.
Spend way more money, get way less benefit. And, you know, Elon Musk gets to tweet about like, you know, Dogecoin, and then we all just die slowly as the poor peasants of America.
But hey, we might all be millionaires, so God forbid.
You guys
God forbid we give people a break.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hey, that's just me.
I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, everyone's too big now.
I mean, if GameStop ever pops off, you know, then I'll be a millionaire.
You missed that boat,
to the
good
moon.
sir. You missed
No.
that boat twice.
No, it's coming back. You'll see.
No, I don't think it is.
I was smart. I did it. I rode that wave twice and got off at the right time.
Well done.
You will
Learn
eat those
from the man.
words when it's like $50K to $10 million in the future.
And then I was like, I'm going to invest all this free money. And then it went.
Christ. Well, since I started the stream like 10 years early, we are done with pre-show pants. It is intro time. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, what are we talking about this week?
Is he going to be able to hear us, or can we talk shit on him?
I lowered the
we
volume.
always-
I can kind of hear you.
You can only
Okay.
slightly hear us.
Only
Fine.
slightly.
Only slightly.
Uh-oh. Panos left.
Panos is
your
gone.
camera
Panos,
keeps
where's your
going
beautiful
in and
face?
out.
It's the cameras. It's the cameras. It's doing things, but it's gonna return like.
Are we gonna have like a camera rave with Panos, like on and off and on and off and on? And
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Light switch rave.
I guess it's happening today.
Need to give
We're gonna
an
have that.
epilepsy warning.
Panos, do you use the HyperX Quadcast mic?
Yes.
I was gonna say,
no.
wait, I saw it glowing down there. I assumed it was that one.
Yeah, it is, but I'm wondering why you asked me that. Am I sounding that terrible right now?
No. It's like, I know that microphone is like a super glowy one, so I assumed that might have been it.
It was very stalkery.
If you talk and it's red, then you tap it and it comes back again. Then you tap it. You tap it, it goes up again, and you can play with that for half an hour and lose your time with no reason.
God.
Amazing.
Oh my lordy. Well, welcome everybody to the Curse of Strahd. It is episode 25, and I'm feeling good. And unfortunately, none of you got to hear the pre-show banter since little behind the scenes action. I started the stream as like a private one, so none of you saw it. But we had all kinds of great conversation about how Calathos is dying slowly of some mystery disease, and Panos's computer has gone through various states of disarray, so we might be treated to some random muting, random camera shutting off action. And Deb, I don't think there was anything too crazy going on your side. Sounded like you're pretty chill.
How dare you.
She's chill.
So chill,
Oh, there you
no
go.
words will be uttered. And Carl is
Taking a vow of silence.
nice. And Carl has baby DM currently in trance with Disney. So hopefully we will see if Frozen ends, then baby DM will be activated later on in the show, I imagine.
Yeah, I think we've got about 20 minutes until she's like, nah, I'm done with this.
Oh, shoot.
That's good. Well, it's something. Yay.
Christ. But yes, welcome back, everybody. The crew has gone through the ringer to get to where they are today. For folks that missed last week's episode, it turned into like combat after combat after combat for no reason whatsoever. Well, the initial one was a good reason. So they went to Yesterhill and ultimately were able to not stop the summoning of a massive tree blight, but ultimately the tree blight was summoned. A big, a statue of Strahd exploded into this massive tree blight that came and attacked them all. And they were able to suss out that it seemed to be heading towards the winery, so a fight ensued. Nobody died, much to my chagrin, and ultimately Strahd was kind of seen on Bucephalus gazing off into the mist and seeing this like church area, this little like very regal looking town cityscape over the fog, but seemingly like saddened, almost like a little distracted, just gazing at it. But yeah, then the crew on their way back to the winery just like happened to get some shitty dice rolls and had 2 more fights on the way. So I imagine everyone's not in the best of shape. I imagine spell slots are non-existent. But they were successful in retrieving one of the magic gemstones that powers the winery. So with the return of at least 1 gemstone, sounds like wine is back on the menu. And
Yay!
so that's pretty sick. And I think we agreed at the end of last episode that a long rest would be taking place. So everyone that hasn't already like restored your character back to maximum stuff, feel free to go do so now. How did you guys feel about last episode?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the multiple shooting things. That was much fun. I just, wish we'd taken a short rest at some point before the more shooting.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Where's the fun?
I think a lesson was learned. That's what I'm thinking.
Actually, this kind of brings up like this question that I've always had, and I might as well address it in the pre-show. How do you feel about how Saya has developed as like a fighter? Because I know you built her as like a very stabby, but it seems like her forte is very shooty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I expected at all, because I thought it would be the rapier that she'd be using, but because we've got a paladin tank up the front, it's like, well, I'm just going to stand back and shoot things. And every time I try and roll for that stupid rapier, it's like, not 1, maybe a 2. But then I shoot things, it's like 19, 20, get them. Well, okay, clearly she shoots things.
It was
maybe it's like Destiny that you have to use the crossbow.
Yeah.
I think so. It was prophesized in like one of the first episodes where there was like a spider crawling on the wall and Saya like threw a dagger into it, like bullseye accuracy. So it was like destined that she was always the sharpshooter inside. She just didn't realize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no, I am quite enjoying it. It's this fun.
Nice. Yeah, it was kind of nice to do a more combat intensive episode, considering like a lot of the episodes have been fairly RP heavy, which is like, depends on what kind of D&D people like, but I'm sure once you build all these characters up, it's nice to use your character sheet for more than just like ability checks. So pretty nice to threaten the team into almost dying. I did knock a few of them down a couple times, so that was fun, but no deaths, much to my chagrin. But I have a good feeling about it. I think I will kill one of you soon. I am sensing it. I feel it.
Not it.
Based on what I've heard you guys are interested in pursuing, there's many dangerous things that could happen. So I believe one of you will die soon. So we will find out.
Oh, no.
It's good to have ambitions, dude. It's good to have ambitions, but don't expect them to come to fruition.
I mean, I think our show, more than any show that I've listened to, and maybe this isn't even true, but it feels this way, like all of our supposed epic combats get ruined by the DMs just fumbling stuff. Like I fumbled like really hard in that tree fight, which should have at least killed one of you, I was pretty sure. And then in our final fight in the last season, we had tons and tons of fumbles. Like the spiders ended up like stabbing themselves or disabling themselves. And
I wanted to kill myself during that fight. It was so frustrating.
So maybe
Feeling your camera's frozen. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, sick.
Oh my god.
You are super valid to interrupt when that happens. So I appreciate it, actually. Let me stop and pretend that's gonna work.
You looked so enticed and so, I don't know, focused. I couldn't tell.
Now
I
it's
was
just a logo.
Yeah, I had the like stream up on YouTube, and I'm going, that looks weird. Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah,
No,
I was-
you- Now you got a logo instead of a person. That's so interesting as well.
What's worse is that Zoom right now is currently exploding, so it's like it's gonna force me to close the application for some reason, which means I'll lose all of you beautiful people.
Bye.
All right,
Cheers.
all right. We're gonna do it real quick. We're gonna do it as fast as humanly possible. Let's just get the technical difficulties out of the way now. Don't worry, stream. I'll bring them back. I will summon them from the depths.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay.
Shabam.
What? Dang it, he's back.
Dang it.
Wow,
I'm
really?
gonna boot the other dude.
Uh,
Oh no! Ah!
Which one's which?
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
remove the old key
And you're
line.
still gone.
Deb and Cal became one.
Oh,
Cal
we
is half.
merged!
Oh no. It's even worse. I still can't start the camera. No.
Oh my god.
All right.
No, I'm split in two.
Clone.
All right, one last attempt to fix this. Otherwise, we are screwed, and the show's canceled forever. We will fix this. Don't worry, stream. I will fix this. I will make this right. You have to believe. You have to believe. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here comes the magic fix. Are you ready?
Everything's burning.
Yep.
Oh my god. Now we have no
Crash and
screen.
burn.
Okay.
Man, it-
Now I'm dead.
Oh, I'm a little bit back.
I'm the kill I'm now.
Start. Yes. Ahaha. Ahaha. And full screen it. And then I have to do this little fixie thing. All right, we're back. We're back. I just need to like do these weird fixie things that I normally do off stream, but I will fix it so that way we all exist. All right, and we're back. Nothing happened of note since the last minute, but yes, I think I am ready to dive back in. Are you guys good to go?
Yep.
All right,
I'm gonna
sick.
shoot things again, hopefully.
Until something happens in 5 minutes.
It was supposed
I'm
to be Panos' computer that was exploding, not mine. Like, what the hell?
I'm not
Mine's-
telling you again if your camera freezes, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
That-
supposing.
That doesn't sound nice at all. But
Anyway.
enough of the jibba jabba. Let us dive right back in as I pause the dancing music and play the. I never made like a winery sound set. Let me just go with like this one. This one's kind of got like this nice brooding sound to it. But yes, the crew returned and Augage went to go like dive into the arms of Davian Marketov, the old druid friend, and he noticed the glowing gemstone in her pocket and exclaimed loudly, and he says, "The gem has returned!" And he's smiling like ear to ear as you guys approach. Tell me,
No, I'm so excited.
what happened? How did you get this?
A tree attacked us. Actually, a tree was walking north, and I had a hunch that it was going to attack you guys. So I got it to attack us instead, and we killed it.
A tree? How big of a tree are we talking?
Pretty big.
Something called Winter Splinter.
Winter Splinter. Do you know what that is?
I've heard tales of the druids of Yesterhill. I know they've been doing dark incantations, but I was not aware that they had such power to summon something quite like that. Are you well? You look a little worse for wear, if I'm being honest.
We could use a bit of a nap.
Yes.
So, before that,
Slumber.
out of curiosity, what was that thing? If it wasn't a tree, was the follower of Strahd or something like that?
I can't say for certain what you saw, but I do know that the druids do possess dark magic, almost as if they were blessed or cursed by Strahd. One could only know. But I am unaware of that kind of power.
Fair enough. Let's go and rest now.
Yes, we will prepare the rooms. And you see him kind of turn and he says, Erwin. And Erwin kind of like grimaces and then saunters over. Yes. Bury this where it belongs and don't lose it on the way. And Erwin again, like just you see his fists clench up again.
For Erwin.
And he takes the gemstone and you see him walk into the vineyard and place the gemstone like deep into the ground. Like there was a big hole that like basically the entire vineyard has been ripped to shreds as like the various attackers have like invaded the space and taken the gemstones. So there's already these deep trenches within the vineyard. So he just places the gemstone at the bottom of the soil, and then like him and his two children end up like covering up this gemstone, and you can see the ground just kind of like slowly pulsing with this green magic. So he kind of like nods and seems as if he's happy with what he sees. Yes, your rooms are ready. Feel free. We will protect you as you sleep. Only know what could be coming. If a big tree was coming to the vineyard, it may not be the last attempt on our winery.
Why would they want to target the winery? Because that would be the second time that something has attacked you, right?
Yes, these gemstones have immense power. You've seen them used here for the wine, and I imagine they were helping make this tree that you fought. The power of these stones goes beyond just turning infertile land to fertile. We've never really tapped into their power, but it appears as though those with evil intents have been able to turn them to do evil deeds.
I did have a question. Do you know, so we saw Strahd when we were fighting the tree, and he was looking out west, I believe, at a settlement. Do you know what's out that way?
I've heard reports, actually, from the other ravens of the feather. They've reported back to me and told me of this image, this almost ethereal image of another civilization, and we have observed Strahd going there. We're not quite sure what it is, but he almost looks homesick as he looks.
It looked like he was not able to get in there. So we're curious to check it out.
You will not be able to check it out, I'm afraid. These walls of fog, these dark mists, they prevent all of us from leaving, and it appears as though the Dark Lord himself is trapped here with us.
So you mean to tell me that Strahd would like to leave this place, and he can't? Even he is trapped inside of here.
That is what we believe, yes. His power is as immense as his. It is curious. The Vistani, they come and go as they please. I mean, you yourselves, from what I hear, were picked up from outside of these walls of fog, and yet they were able to come get you. But Strahd himself, he has never left. We can only surmise that he is equally as trapped.
Or maybe cursed. There's maybe a curse that he wants to solve first.
Yes, we loosely refer to it as the curse of Strahd, maybe.
I'm glad Keyline picked up on that. I always wanted to use that. I'm glad he did.
Had to do it. It was right there.
Stream is success.
Nailed it.
Oh, love it. So we should rest, and then what's our plans?
Well, I wanted to go to the fortress place, but it sounds like we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like functionally, it was, so the massive like walls of fog that Kalanthos tested early in the campaign, like he was attempting to go through and just started like choking essentially. Like those are, that was the same level of fog that you saw like at that
Okay.
border there.
Okay.
All right. So then we either go to the windmill or Kresk, I guess.
Yeah. So when everyone sleeps, any items of note when everyone's sleeping, or just a traditional night of rest?
As usual, I put my journal out beside me just in case.
Okay.
Is Strahd gonna pay a visit to us during our dreams, maybe?
Well, hopefully not again. So Saya would say to Augie, actually, you would tell us if you have another strange dream, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Nothing here is as it seems. Even dreams have a meaning. There is a little
Dreams
for
always
us.
have a meaning and are
I mean-
outside of Barovia.
I mean, do you want to hear about most of the dreams that I had in this life? They involve sausages of any kind.
That's telling me a lot
And-
about you,
I do
actually.
not think I wish to hear of your dreams.
I mean, too much food and too much manly stuff. I don't know.
I think
I don't
I'm never
think-
more grateful that I don't need to sleep.
I never ever thought that dreams had any importance.
Well,
But I guess
On
things
that
here
happy
are
note.
different.
May your dreams not be filled with sausages, okay?
or maybe I wanted to be.
Yeah. August closes her eyes and the sausages come flying at her in her dream state. Just no.
Uh,
I wish I could just instantly just put gifts through my camera, and I was going to do the hot dog.
Yeah. Yep.
Jacket woman gif.
That was immediately the gift that was playing in my brain as well.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, everyone goes to sleep, and it is a restful night. Saya in her meditative state when she's essentially back into normal consciousness. She can definitely hear the Marketov family out and about, like in the fields, like working when she wakes. But no aggressive movements, no danger is detected.
That's good.
And it is the next day then. You all wake up, and Ogage, actually give me a wisdom saving throw, just for funsies.
For no reason whatsoever.
Oh wow, your +6 modifier. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that, and we will continue the day.
random roll with random result that we'll never know. It's like a magic spell from a wild sorcery table. So fun.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
So what's the plan here, guys? I guess we're going to that windmill.
Well,
Or Kresk. Either
We're-
one.
talking about
Does it-
Kresk.
Does
and
it
then
matter?
Well, one
Did
involves a
Strahd give us a
fight
spec-
and one doesn't.
Did Strahd give us a specific date for this dinner, this meal, or was it just kind of a we show up and he?
I think it was just
whips
come when
something
you
up?
want to kind of thing.
Yes, he didn't
Uh,
say when, so
That's weird. That's weird, right?
Ideally,
very strange.
I would like to go there when we have more information on maybe even how to take him down or something. So I think we shouldn't haste to go there yet.
What's closer to us? Is it Kresk or the windmill? I think that would inform our decision on what we do next. Would we know, Keeline?
Say that again. Sorry, I was pulling up the invitation just in case you wanted to relook at
just
it.
What's closer to us, Kresk or the windmill, or is it about 6 1/2
The Kresk is actually not far from you guys. Like it would be about maybe like double the distance of how long it took you guys to get to the Yester Hill.
Okay.
So not too far. The windmill would be maybe like roughly the same distance, a little more.
Okay. so it really doesn't matter which one we do.
Let's flip a coin.
What's in the windmill again?
It's
Creepy
where they were
lady?
taking the kids. She
Taking
makes the
kids.
sausage or sausage. She makes the
He makes the children eat the
pies
sausage, huh?
there.
Yeah. Forcing the sausage down their throats.
Oh God, please, not about children.
Oh, yeah.
Just sausages?
God damn it. I took the sexual context away from it, and then I said the sentence, and then you brought it back there, and I was like, fuck, you're right. Should not have said. I apologize, children.
Anyways, so that's what happens at the windmill. The old creepy lady takes what we assume that maybe she's taking the kids there because she barters with the parents, takes the kids and gives them the dream pies.
Right. The pies that everyone's addicted to.
Mm-hmm.
Getting high on the dream pie.
Yeah.
And
But Augie really wanted to go there
She
to
did.
rescue the babies. But we were very weak when we first left.
Just a little
So
bit bare.
we
now.
did not go there yet.
Yeah, if that's the case, if there's kids there, that's where
That's what I
Cal
thought.
will want to go.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Save the children.
I mean,
So it's like, I'll go where you go. Like anything we can do in this place to, annoy Strahd could be a good thing.
we might get some additional info regardless. So.
So I guess, what is the party's general feeling about Arena and Ismark disappearing right now? Like, are you guys kind of like thinking about it, concerned about it, or are you guys kind of like they're off on their own at this point?
I
Saya
think
thinks it's a bad idea to find them because Strahd seems to be able to kind of figure out that we know stuff when and he would want to know. And he did already warn us that if we know where they are, that we need to tell him. So I think Saya's more like, let's just not chase them down for now.
Okay.
Or you guys.
I think my problem is like Moonpoon would think like if they were dead for some reason, something would have changed in his behavior. So the fact that he's not like that kind of cocky, it means like he's still searching for them and he hasn't found them yet. So it would be better, like Saya said, like not to get to them. Moonpoon has the same idea.
August wanted to find them, but I think we failed all our rolls when we were trying to track them. So I guess I don't really know how to look for them more.
Yeah. Like Saya wonders if they've gone to Kresk because we did tell them about Kresk. So I wonder if they've just gone there themselves.
In which case, if they have, they might be safe there.
Yeah. But windmill first, and then we'll go to Kresk, and I can get my dolly.
If Blinksy was able
better
to
have
somehow mailed it over.
If I have to sneak back into that damn town to be like, excuse me, where is my doll?
Linksy will pull through.
You better. Anyway.
All right then. Yeah. So then it sounds like you guys are interested in heading to the windmill.
Yes.
All right. Are you saying anything to the Marketovs on your way out?
I'm giving hugs.
They might
Oh,
have covered.
and Damien, is that his name? He mentioned that he would maybe come with us, or maybe you said something about he would come with us. So maybe we ask him if he wants to come with us.
Yeah,
Why would
Davian is his name. Go ahead, Moonpoon.
why would we want another person with us? Wouldn't that risk their lives regardless?
Why wouldn't we? He was in the card reading about somebody who's going to help us against Strahd.
Didn't we
Sure.
discuss leaving him here and then calling on him if just to say we'll call on you when we need your help,
Yeah.
etc.
I couldn't remember what we
I
decided.
think that's
so-
what we decided.
Okay, that's fine.
And also, like, the additional problem is, like, whoever comes with us, he's going to face the same dangers that we
Yeah.
face. And let's face it, we have a lot of issues going on and a lot of things that we're going to fight still. So why would we put in unnecessary danger other folks?
I would ask if we needed somewhere to lay low at some point, to rest. Would we be welcome back?
I hope so, because we're still looking for gemstones.
Yes, of course. You will always have safe haven here at the Wizards of Winery. But, things are dangerous. We will do our best to protect our own, and as you've seen, we're quite good at escaping should we get in danger.
Just take care of yourselves.
We shall be safe.
We'll be back with your gemstones.
That would be so cool. So, yeah, if you guys are attempting... Oh, I was wrong. The windmill is actually pretty far. I was looking at the wrong thing. If you zoom out your map a little bit, I will ping where the windmill is. And you guys would have known this because you guys actually kind of walked past or like discussed it at some point. Like it was mentioned.
We went by it at some point. We were close to it.
So yeah, if you would like, we can begin our journey over there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
All right. Let me figure out how many random rolls I need to do.
Oh, no.
0.
On
I
the
don't know if
way.
it's a good plan. It's just a plan, I suppose.
Okay, not too bad. All right. So then the crew will begin their journey. I will casually drag you distances. You begin going through the woods, and let me know if at any point you guys are looking to do anything on the roads, like be looking for anything in particular.
I want to look for things. There's one thing that I've been wondering about. A den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. That's one of our things. I want to be on the lookout for like something that might match that.
I mean, this looks like a lake, or it's...
I know that. So every time I see a body of water, that's what I think of.
Yeah. Do you think it would have been that easy? I think it's a metaphor for something else. I don't think it's literally
probably a den of wolves in a hill overlooking a lake.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
lack
can
imagination. I'm surprised, but okay, it might be that. I don't know.
It doesn't sound cryptic enough to be like code.
I don't know. Strahd is a weird fella. I can't tell.
I guess for what it's worth, it's not like game breaking to tell you that you would obviously see mountains in the distance. So like basically the entire, if you guys zoom out a little bit, my pings are kind of tiny, but like, the top left area over here, this is all mountains. Like this top area up here, this is all mountains. Okay. So it's kind of like, there's mountains across the entire north of the map, and like some like to the northwest as well.
So in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. So this would be a mountain lake. And I guess this would be a mountain lake too. That's a bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would both kind of fit the description of like a lake near a mountain.
Do we see anything up on the hills that looks like it might be a den of wolves?
From where you guys, like, unfortunately, this area where you're walking is kind of completely entrenched in the forest. Yeah. So you'd probably have to wander closer to get a better sense of that.
I mean, we could take a look, August, if you want, if you're curious.
Well, that's up to you guys. I mean, we need to find these different places.
We don't even know if we need to find them, but they might be a trap, but it's a gamble that we have. We have to find more clues about Strahd regardless. Mm-hmm. So let's try it out, I would say.
What do the rest of you think? Okay.
Yes. What is this little gazebo there on the lake? What is that?
You do not know.
Okay.
Can we walk up closer to it and find out?
Vistani camp was?
The Vistani camp was actually at Vallaki. So like if you went all the way to Vallaki, if you can see my ping there, my ping is like one of the worst colors for this map. Like right below the big lake.
Oh, the other lake. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where this big lake is where we saved the girl, right?
Yes, the big lake is where you saved the little girl.
Okay.
But the Vistani encampment, you would essentially go to Vallaki and it's like a little offshoot. So, yeah, I guess you guys don't have a familiarity with anything like to the north, for instance, like, and all the conversations you've had with people, like no one's kind of like given you any indication as to what's there. They have told you that Kresk is over this way, if you can see my ping.
Oh, okay. So that's Crest over there.
Yeah, so if you wanted to head to Kresk, like you would know from the conversations that you would be looking to take this path over that way. But you have
So
like
if we did go to Crest, we could ask about the Den of Wolves.
Yeah, you could certainly ask people about it.
Because if it's in this area, they would probably like hear wolves at night, or like they would know, right? Or we could keep going to the windmill. I'm cool with either one.
I mean, Den of Wolves could also be metaphorical.
Be like a place of danger, I guess.
Yeah.
Like wolves are dangerous. A den of
True.
wolves means even more danger than a pair of wolves. This hurts my brain.
I was just thinking because we've already encountered some wolves, like
If we did, well, there would have been some clue that we were in the place that we were supposed to. Wouldn't be. Like something would have happened.
well, I was just saying they could be actual wolves, but they could. I see what you're saying. It could be just like bad guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go around this lake as we move
So,
forward.
do we want to like go to Kresk and ask about it, or do we just want to search around?
I think it doesn't hurt to search around. We are here now. Like, why not?
Yeah, let's go. I want to see. I'm curious to see what this gazebo is.
Okay,
I mean, we're right there.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm up for adventure.
you guys would have seen like, the path that you guys had taken before, like took you in a direction that you would have noticed, like off to this side was something, and you just continued walking to get to where you are now. So yeah, it would make sense that you would know that that's there. So that's where we're going.
Apparently.
Yeah, let's look at the gazebo.
You
Yeah.
Let's have
I
a
would
nice
be like,
picnic lunch.
Fine. Okay, that's where we're going. Sure.
I'm looking for places to take wedding photos.
I just want to like quickly mention you guys are like fuckers. I prepped like 18 things and none of them were this, but I know what this is. I know what this is. All right.
It only looks. I know. I realize now that the windmill is way, way over here because
Yeah.
now that I look at the map, that is the only thing that looks like a windmill.
Yeah.
But at first glance, this looked windmill shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. That is totally fair. Let me quickly look at this map to make sure the settings are not reveal everything on the map planet. I've noticed that ever since I upgraded Foundry, like it reset all the map lighting things, so like it just lets you guys see everything by default.
Oh no, whatever. would
Or
do
it could
that.
just do roll 20, be like, you know what? I'm just going to turn off all the lighting and just see the whole map for no apparent reason. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to avoid that. Oh, look at that. I already put you guys on the map there. I did plan this out. What a good guy.
Look at that.
I didn't put the relevant journal entry there, though. Let me go ahead and do that. Oh, gee. Okay.
Okay,
Nope.
so this is Strahd's cousin's house, and he's going to eat us all. Good to know.
Is this Hansel and Gretel? I'm confused.
It is, yeah, it's an interesting thing. Let me just quickly put these on the map so I'm not totally lost when we get there. And okay. All right, so you guys are going over here. So you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps around the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on top of it. The tower is an old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop the buttresses that support the walls. And parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud.
Can we investigate the wagon?
You know what? Let's not cross this because the moment we cross, the lake of water is going to rise and we're going to be trapped in whatever terrible place this is. It's going to be another murder house. I guarantee it.
Maybe that's the point, though. Like, maybe that's actually what we have to do.
So I've,
Then the den of wolves might be the dangers that we're going to face, but we have to overcome them in order to solve the riddle.
So I have loaded a new map location.
And it loaded very smoothly.
Nice.
So
I want to check out the wagon.
Okay. All right. This is my knowledge. I know who that dude is.
What dude?
Van Richen.
What's that?
I can see the map name because
Yeah.
of that's how Foundry does it. I'm like, I know that name. Let's totally go into this tower.
Oh, what?
I don't know that
oh,
name, and I still want to go in that tower.
Oh, you see the... Oh, that's silly. Okay, yep.
Well, that was like when you took us to the murder house and it was called the murder house.
Murder
like
house.
Death House.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was the death
oh,
house.
I wonder what's going to
no.
happen in here.
God. I have to find like a new module that hides map names from you guys. That's interesting.
Too late.
I did not think of this whole thing.
What do I roll to investigate the wagon?
Yeah, so as you guys approach, you can see under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint and its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and with red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side, and a steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out," an exclamation mark.
No, I just need to
Keep
open
out
it.
of the wagon or keep out of the house or keep out of the property?
The sign
Sign
is
placement's ambiguous.
The sign is specifically on the wagon, but you never know.
I want to
Yes.
knock on the door. Hello, is anybody in there?
What are you doing? I mean, it doesn't matter. We're going to enter regardless, so it doesn't really matter.
All right. So
I
Cal
just
is
knocked
going
on it.
to...
I didn't go in. I just knocked
Yeah.
on the
It's
wagon.
the same, or even worse.
No, it's not. It says keep out. I'm out.
Wait, you said you knocked on the door, not the...
On the door of the wagon where it has the sign.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna
I thought the
get
door...
my sword, my shield out, and my shadow sword.
I just want to, I want to, if there's somebody in there, I just want to talk to them.
Did anyone roll anything on this wagon or no?
I want to
Oh,
see...
yeah.
No, I asked you, what do I need to roll?
Oh, okay.
I want to
Perception.
see if there are any tracks around the wagon, like that if anyone walked in the last something hours, like there would have been tracks, I guess, on the ground or something. Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival check if you're looking to do that. Perception, Augage, super high as always.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking nutso.
I'm very wise.
So Moonpoon survival of a 9. So yeah, with a 9, you can see that there are like wagon tracks that kind of came from, down this way. So like it looks like this wagon hasn't just been parked here for an eternity. Like it has like gotten here and parked for what it's worth. Cal, with your perception of a 9, you don't really notice anything of super interest. Augage, however, when she is kind of like doing a very thorough like once over, she can notice that there's actually a little door at the bottom of the wagon. Like as you're kind of like peering under, you can see that there's a door underneath the wagon.
Okay, if there's a door under here, I guess maybe an escape hatch or something.
Perhaps.
I want to knock on the little door. Say, hello, is anybody in there?
Again, you don't hear anything, but as you get like closer to the wagon, you like feel a little uneasy.
I don't like this.
I feel a little uneasy.
So, what's holding you back, though?
It's kind of like
My morals. I don't. If something tells me to keep out, I keep out.
Okay.
Well,
And then
so, like-
I go forward and I open the door. Or I try to open the door. I don't know if it's locked or not.
so. Yeah, the uneasy feeling that Augage was feeling was kind of like a, like magical essence feeling. Did you want to pause there, or do you just want to open the door?
I mean, basically, Moonpoon should be doing Arcana, but right now he's frustrated because we haven't progressed, and Moonpoon feels like agitated. So he
There
would
might
have...
be a magical trap on this. You may not want to touch that.
You're right. Okay, I should do this properly. And after hearing that from Mortgage, he's gonna do an Arcana check on the door before.
Not to mention it's morally wrong.
Well,
Just
who
saying.
cares about morals? We are
I
here in the
care.
middle of nowhere, but
I care.
I know what you mean, but it's meaningless.
So with a 7, yeah, you definitely are like picking up magical, essence from this wagon, but you are not really able to determine what's going on.
Who would have guessed? The little Mortgage was right again.
Of course.
You had the knack for these things. Yeah, maybe you can try it
I'm
as
very
well
wise. I
because
tell you this.
your wise power can help determine what kind of magic trap is there around here because couldn't.
Well, Arcana is intelligence based, not wisdom based. So
What are you talking about? Is this like breaking the fourth wall? What are you talking about? Can you detect any magic
this wagon
powers?
probably belongs to whoever lives here. We could go knock on the tower door.
But
Do I feel any kind of essence coming from the tower?
Yeah, speaking of, I want to pop off a divine sense.
Okay.
Any undead celestials fiends within 60 feet of me?
Double checking. Nothing.
Which would be apparently the whole thing.
Yeah, you would definitely pick up anything inside if you wanted to. Celestials, give me the list again.
Celestials, fiends, and undead.
Nope. You are good. Do not detect.
Okay. If I walk
All right.
closer to the tower, do I feel like that uneasy feeling?
Yeah, so actually, as you get close to the door, you do notice the tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word that just reads Chasm.
Chasm.
And let me show you this.
Any irrelevant roll we could do to identify it?
nature?
Do you guys see this
Oh,
thing?
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Maybe religion?
Puzzle.
It's gone mental.
Do we have to do like a dance? Like
Or
That's
Oh,
what it
actually,
looks like.
that
It's-
might not
it's-
be too far from the truth.
Yeah, it's
okay,
like
so
little stick
August
men.
will stand and like
what-
starting in
what?
the one that's in like the 10 o'clock. I'm gonna do all those little movements, like following the line.
I'm gonna do a religion check on the symbol to see if I can tell if it's a religion.
You didn't even let
symbol
me
or
get the result of my dance.
something. No, you're gonna have to wait because this is quicker than doing your dance.
16 religion. Yeah, this does not appear to like have any religious significance that you're aware of.
If Orgid is correct again, I'm gonna be mental.
Did my dance do anything?
So what were you attempting to do with this dance?
Okay, so starting on the one in the top left where there's a line that ends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start there and I'm gonna do all these movements, like following the line in that order.
So give me the clock positions of the dance order that you're doing.
Okay, so 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So feeling the triangles every time.
Yep. So
Okay.
as Augage is doing this, the first thing she notices as she gets close to the door is it's almost as if she loses some of her like connection to nature as she's getting closer to the door. Like she can feel almost as if like her magical abilities are being like sapped from her in a way. But as she persists through the dance, you can hear like a whirring on the door, and suddenly that feeling of your magic being like pulled from you dissipates. And
And the door opens?
with this, the door does open.
Oh, thank God.
Huh.
Praise
Out of
thy-
curiosity, I
How
imagine
did you-
something terrible would have happened to us if we just opened up the door.
Have you
Yeah,
I imagine,
Yeah.
there is
Interpretive dance is always the answer, my friend.
Strahd appears and just attacks us and kills us all.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex would appear out of thin air.
Honestly, Panos, that is not too far from the truth.
Oh god.
I have an invisible
God,
token
really?
that is gargantuan, like hidden on the map that may or may not have been useful if
Oh my god, Debs, you ruined all of that. How dare you?
August twerks a little bit in celebration.
it's like
I mean-
mm.
I cannot deny your power in these lands have overcame a lot of obstacles for us. You deserve congratulations for that. And your
You don't always have to brute force everything.
weird dance that opened the door.
It was cute though,
It's
right?
a learning experience for me. Yeah, it was cute.
All right, so I want to tentatively go towards the inside of the tower.
Sure.
Before I walk in, I want to look and see what's inside.
Do you want me to go in first?
Sure.
All right. Excuse me.
What about Saya going and checking? Like, she has a knack for these things.
Saya doesn't like magic things.
True, but now the
All
door
right.
is open.
I'm going to go in beyond the threshold, behind the wavy lines.
All right.
That.
So yeah, as you enter, what you see is the flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chain that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooded ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Can I ask what? Oh, wait. Calientas has to ask. What are those clay statues about?
Yeah, what are those?
Sorry.
I cannot move
Sorry.
myself further in.
Like, do they have like something in particular?
Oh, there we go.
So I mean, yeah, as you're just looking at them, they just appear to be, clay statues. Like, at a casual glance, there's nothing interesting about them.
Are they
Phone,
all
phone.
facing inwards? Are they all like holding different things?
They are all facing like towards the entrance that you guys have come in, and
Oh, so they're not facing towards the middle.
no, they're not all facing towards the center. They're all kind of like looking forward. They're not so like they don't look like like a dude in armor or something like that. They kind of just look like very
Mannequins.
big, like stone, like the Thing almost from the Fantastic Four, if you can picture that.
Okay.
They kind of have like that.
golems?
I wouldn't use that word, but yeah.
Well, not
Oh.
like, they're the golem monster, but like the golem from Diablo.
Yeah, they've got like that kind of a shape to them.
What are these little squares inside the? Are those
So-
the pulleys?
Imagine
Yeah.
like pulleys.
Yeah, that's the pulley system.
What's
Okay.
what's going on with this mess over here? Like, can I investigate that?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything seems fine for now. I'm not sure of those statues or anything else, but
It's
I
another
detect
puzzle. I know it.
The fact
any
that
undead nor fiends in the area.
the fact that you are responding is good enough for me. Don't die now. I'm only getting used to recently.
So
remember the time I'm almost killed you?
Yes.
I remember that too. It was so funny, dude. I mean, it wasn't, but you know what I mean.
It was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
are you doing like a perception of some kind?
I don't know if you want me to roll perception or investigation. Both of those rolls are garbage for me, so
You never know.
I'll
Yeah,
roll a perception. We'll see how it goes.
yeah. I was gonna say you can just give me a perception.
You guys gonna move. Aren't we all supposed to enter?
I'll move off to the side here.
All right.
Perception.
Yeah, 16. So, oh yeah, and a 20. Yeah, so everyone can kind of like see it. Even like Kalanthos, who didn't roll very well, it's very obvious. So as you're looking at the ground and you kind of like look up where the pulleys are going up to, you can see that the like roof structure has kind of been, like busted up. So even though there's like a designated area for the pulley in the platform to go up to, like, you can see that it is like completely shredded on the ceiling above you. Like the hole is much like nastier and disheveled, which you would surmise is what all this debris on the floor is about.
So is there any way up there? Like, is the pulley system not working then?
Maybe we need to find a contraption or something.
Oh,
to
he
make
said
it
there
work.
was scaffolding outside as well. Do we need to go up the scaffolding?
I mean, we could.
Yeah, there
You
is.
guys think it was worth a try?
You can kind of see the scaffolding out there if you're looking like a little bit in the map. Like there's like the
Yeah.
scaffolding on the outside of the building.
Does anybody have any mechanical knowledge on how to make this contraption work?
Does the pulley system only go up or does it go down too?
I guess you wouldn't have a great sense of it.
Okay.
Step
But as of right now, we see that the platform is sitting here on this level.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the platform looking like it's gonna move if something steps on it? Like, can I do an investigation check to see if it can move up or down? If, I don't know, some weight goes atop it?
You could try.
It sounds very unreliable, but
An 11. So yeah, as you're like kind of looking at it, it isn't obvious how it would move up. Like it's not like the chains appear like linked up through the ceiling, but you don't see like any kind of mechanism or lever or like, pulling on one of the chains. It doesn't look obvious like how you would even get it up.
it bothers my mind. I have no idea how this could even work.
What about
Maybe
Are
these
these
boxes
statues
over here?
magical?
They're not statues, they're golems or something. I don't know.
Oh, they are actual golems.
Let's do an arcana check to see if they are magical or something.
Okay, I didn't know if you saw that or not.
Saw what?
Or are the golems magical or something? The mannequins that exist there? The statues?
At least as of right now, with a 16, yeah, you are detecting some form of magic coming from these golems.
Oh no.
Is there anything in these boxes?
You can kind of like peruse. I can extend these perception rolls that you guys have done. Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be anything else of note on the floor here.
Since you
All right.
said all of the golems are pointing towards the door, I want to like try to turn like maybe this guy up here towards the center.
You need help with that.
Can I turn
This-
him or is he too heavy?
Maybe this would be too heavy for you.
He is quite heavy, yeah. And like Augage would not be able to shift him, but as you put your hands on it to shift it, it actually does like shift and move under your fingertips. Like its body actually reacts to your touch in almost like a somewhat agitated way.
So I guess they are alive.
So he doesn't move, he just kind of like resists my touch.
Yes.
Ugh.
What if I give him a hug?
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe the dream about sausages weren't wrong. There's much danger in these golems.
So yeah, Augage goes to give this thing a hug, and basically it kind of, you like wrap your arms around its leg, and again it kind of like does that shuddering motion, and it's like not aggressively shaking you off, but it's kind of like slowly like
All
Little
you need is
baby
love,
golem.
my friend. Okay. I want to ask him politely. Will you turn towards the this center platform, please?
and all four of them do point inwards.
What?
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens, but they all do point inwards.
All right. I want to stand on the platform and say, "Can you pull me up?"
Augage by herself.
So, can you pull me up,
Wait,
please?
wait.
I'm
wait.
lighter. I'm lighter than the rest of you.
Yeah, but it's not safe for you to go alone. We don't know
I'm
what's
standing
up
on the
there.
platform and I asked them, "Can you please pull me up?"
Okay. Saya, go with her, please.
I'll go with her. I think I'm the next smallest.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will put you both on the thing, and yeah, as the two of you stand on there and Augage asks to be raised, they all kind of like lurch forward and grab onto the chains, and you can feel the platform beginning to rise underneath you very, very slowly. So Augage and Saya both begin to ascend up into the ceiling.
Oh, fun.
And I will take you
The ceiling.
So you get pulled up into this first area, and you see can Moonpoon and Cal, can you guys see on the map where they are?
Let me check. I don't think so. No.
No, I can't. I only see the first room.
Okay, so yeah, then for their sake, so they get pulled up, and in this first area you can see dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room, and the wooden floor of which is badly rotted and partially collapsed.
We
And
don't
there's
see anything in
nothing
this
else.
room?
You do not.
Are these like windows or are these doors here on the edges?
These would be like little, like windows, I guess you could call them. They're not like filled with actual glass, but they're little lookout holes, if you will.
Okay.
Should keep
Are there
going up.
more floors to this?
Yes, you would notice that it still couldn't go up.
Okay.
Keep going?
Yeah, I'll call down and ask them, can you please raise us up some more?
So you shout down, and again, the golems reach up and put their hands on the chains, and they begin to ascend even further. Slowly, you can hear the chains just...
With the power of love and friendship.
I can't believe that worked.
Me neither. That's insane, but I love it.
And Augage and Saya move up yet another floor. Time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and a slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away into pieces.
We don't see anything in this room, just dust and mildew.
The only thing you see beyond what I just described, you can kind of see it here.
The scaffolding.
Yeah, the scaffolding would have taken you to this point.
Are there any more floors above this?
There does appear to be one more floor above you.
All right, you ready, Saya?
Yes, and Saya's got like her grappling hook just in case.
Augage calls down, one more time, boys. Lift us up a little bit more.
All right. So then you call down, the golems again reach their arms up, and the chains begin to, again, like seemingly on their own, just start pulling up and up and up and up and up and up. And as Saya and Augage get pulled up into the final area, as you're slowly being raised to eye level, you can see like a sword pointed at you, and a man with a cane kind of aggressively pointing as you guys are coming up. And what you end up seeing is a room filled with some familiar faces.
Oh, no.
You find Ismark holding his sword to you. You see Rictavio holding his cane, kind of like in an aggressive posture towards you. You see Irina on the bed, and you see a woman you've never seen off in the distance in the room looking out a window.
I'll jump off and give them big hugs.
So which one do you go to hug first?
Arena, probably.
So Ismark and Rictavio, they both have their weapons drawn in a very defensive posture, and as you guys break the precipice, Augage essentially jumps off the platform and into Arena's arms, and you see Ismark and Rictavio both kind of recoil in shock, and Arena just smiles and embraces Augage as she comes running in, and Ismark just shouts, "Dear gods, we nearly killed you! What? How? Why?" And
it was just chance. We were just trying to look for some wolves, and then we see this tower, and I was like, I've got to check that out. And then I did a dance and it let me in, and then I asked those golems downstairs to pull me up, and here we are. We thought we were so worried about you. And I want to call down to Cal and Moonpoon and say, hey guys, come on up here. Arena and Ismark are here.
We're not golem farmers. Or we can try.
No, I mean,
Golems,
you can
bring me
ask.
the elevator.
Yeah,
And,
golems. No.
So with this, there's like a groan from below, and you can see the little elevator shaft slowly dropping down to pick up Kalanthos and Moonpoon, and they kind of like grunt at you as this command to just like aggressively come bring you up, but they do so, and you guys are also brought up to the top floor, and you can see Rictavio is like especially like interested in this development. He goes, it appears as though you guys are more able than I give you credit for. That is
More evil?
more
Able.
able.
Oh.
How?
Saya's like,
Yeah, she's like, what?
What?
How did you escape Valaki? I saw the Dark Lord himself come into town, and I fled. I saw our friends here, Ismark and Arena. I saw them fleeing, and I just sensed that they needed my help. I picked them up in my wagon, and off we came.
Thank you so much for doing that. We were so worried about them. We tried to follow the trail, but we could tell that it had gotten picked up on a wagon, but we couldn't follow it any farther.
And it appears as though you found it. And over there is, a bit of a nuisance. Esmeralda, introduce yourself. And the woman that was kind of like looking out the window kind of like glances at all of you and says, and who are all of you guys? This is ridiculous. This is a tiny little platform, and there is a lot of us up here. Are they special? And she like looks at Rictavio, and he goes, they are. She goes, well, great. And then she does like a little like half-hearted curtsy, like meh, and then goes back to looking out the window.
I'll curtsy back and say, hello, Esmeralda. I'm Augage.
Haven't seen manners in these parts in quite a while. And she gives like a fuller curtsy now, like a more proper one to Augage.
It's the only thing you're gonna see.
Yeah, they're kind of rude. Don't worry about them.
I'm sorry.
How did you
It's
guys
nice to meet
manage?
you, my lady. And Cal
There
will
we
give like
go.
a curt bow.
There we go. Cal's, well, he's got some training.
It's getting worse by the moment.
Saya, Saya's very tempted to just go over the top, like, yes, my dear. Like, she won't. She's just like,
Hamming it up super hard.
How did you guys end up here? Was this like your spot to hide?
And Rictavio kind of like looks at the ground and he's smiling and he's just like, well, I suppose I should probably give you a little window into who I am. As the map may have indicated, I am not Rictavio. This is the disguise I use, for I am actually Van Richten.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do we know who Van Richten is?
It's just like,
Saya's
Oh.
like,
okay.
go. And
How are you alive?
Well,
Wait, he has to tell us who Van Richten is first. Do we know
yeah,
that?
Saya has no idea.
so yeah, when you guys ask, he goes, stay a while and listen, for I have many tales to catch you up on. For
I
I,
can't wait.
Wasn't this the wizard that fought like Strahd some 1,000 years ago or something?
Is he?
I thought that was the name. I thought we heard of it. Anyway,
Oh, if he is,
maybe
I'm
wrong.
so excited.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, the wizard who fought him was a different name,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it wasn't Van Richten.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, so basically he kind of like motions for you all to sit, and he kind of gives Ismark and Arena this knowing glance, like, sorry you have to hear this again, kind of like commentary. But yeah, so when you guys all sit down, he goes, well, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Rudolph Van Richten, and I am a vampire hunter, and I've been searching, hunting, trying to find ways to get at Strahd, and I can't really be out and about in an obvious way. As you know, he has eyes everywhere. But I've been successful in eluding his gaze. Vallaki was actually quite a nice little area. He seemed generally disinterested in it until all of you showed up. Then his gaze suddenly fell here, and it was not safe. When I saw him ascending in the area, I knew I had to leave. But I am here to help kill Strahd in any way I can.
Awesome, so are we.
Yes, we disapprove of the men.
What do you know about Strahd, though? Like, you've killed probably like hundreds of vampires.
We
If
have
not-
2. Well, not hundreds, but we've
Yeah.
killed some.
Yeah, like
But
what's this guy's
Strahd-
credentials?
He's a special vampire.
Can we
Like,
join
he
the
seems-
Vampire Hunter Club because we have experience?
Never mind the silly questions. Strahd looks like a very tough vampire. He looks very wise and strong.
He is indeed. He is stronger in many ways than one would give him credit for. He is really the only person I've seen that escapes my tools and methods. It is such a strong force. I know I couldn't take him alone, but I must do as I can to help. I've been studying as long as I can, but alas, I have not discovered a weakness that I can penetrate. I am just as lost on how we can take down the Dark Lord myself.
So as long
Are you aware that the priest is dead?
Yes, regrettably, I did see that
Did you
Father
kill him?
Lucian. No, I did not kill him. But I did see that the damage was done. One thing about Strahd is that he can take many forms, and that form of a direwolf that I saw did not appear as a regular one to me. I have no doubts in my mind that Strahd probably infiltrated the building and clawed his way in and had his work with the father. I did not investigate further, but I could tell it was Strahd's doing.
Why would Strahd care to kill that priest, though?
Didn't he tell us that he
I was
killed
going to say
Lucian?
Strahd straight up admitted that it was him that did it. Because we asked and he was like, oh yeah, that was me. Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Fair enough.
that was goldfish memory. I completely forgot.
There's a lot to remember.
There's a lot.
So I guess I
Well, we went
Nismark.
to see a fortune
look
teller, and she gave us clues to things that could help us with Strahd. We found one, but I've already broken it.
There would be a few.
But maybe you know where some of the others are. Can I show you?
Yes.
And I'll show them what I have written down in my journal, all the clues.
Okay. So is there like a specific one that you're asking about, or you're just looking for his general perspective?
Well, I would like to
Maybe
know
the
if he knows anything about any of them, but we could start with the Den of Wolves.
Yeah.
Den of Wolves. Yes, it is. Probably, based on this description, I could only imagine that it would be probably near Kresk, if I'm being honest.
Okay, that was our hunch too.
Not
It's
many.
weird.
Oh, sorry, good.
It's weird though. Like you said, like she transformed into a wolf. So maybe the Den of Wolves is his actual home. Is his
Well, his
castle.
home is the castle, right?
Yeah. So the Den of Wolves. He's the wolf. So the den of his is his castle.
The thing that throws me about that is there's no real lake near. There's the Serre Pool where Madame Ava resides, which I believe you've had a run-in with, no doubt that gave you this fortune.
She's the one who gave us this, yeah.
But I wouldn't really describe it as mountainous. I would firmly believe that it must be speaking of either Lake Baratok, from which we stand in front of now, or Lake Zarovich, which is just north of Vallaki. I cannot
That's
say
the
for
one we saved
sure.
the girl.
So let's say it's here. It's this lake. Have you noticed anything of danger or anything weird? Other than everything is weird around here.
Well, there's certainly wolves everywhere. I'm not familiar with a den of them, but anyone who goes straggling through the woods definitely has encountered some wolves, and barely any live to tell the tale.
I mean, we faced some wolves, and those wolves are kind of sleeping forever now.
And with this, he's kind of impressed. He goes, of course you would be the ones to survive such an encounter.
What about this one that says, find the mother, she who gave birth to evil? What kind of mother would it be talking about, do you think?
Well, I'm not really familiar, but gave birth to evil. Strahd's mother's long dead, so I don't know how that could be. And other evil, I'm not quite sure. That one, I admit, is cryptic.
Okay.
Where's his mother buried?
I would have to assume at Ravenloft itself.
No. Oof. Okay. What about this one? Look for a fortress inside a fortress, in a place hidden behind fire.
Hidden behind fire. That one I'm completely escapes me. I can't think of any specific fortress within Barovia.
All right, so last one. He lurks in the darkness where the morning light once shone, a sacred place.
Read that again? Sorry?
He lurks in the darkness where the morning light once shone, a sacred place.
Sacred. Certainly it appears as though religion would play a part, but that one is also pretty ambiguous. I'm not sure. There's an abbot, there's an abbey at Kresk, which is another holy place, and obviously the church at Barovia and in Vallaki. But that is all I know.
Okay.
I think we should start with the
With the
one that
wolves.
seems
Yeah, I think
more
so.
easily accessible.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate your input on that.
What about Marina and Ismak? How are you guys feeling? Are you getting tired of hiding here?
And Arena kind of looks at all of you and is like, honestly, I'm just happy to be here. This magic at this place. Rudolph is quite the accomplished fighter. He's very seasoned. I couldn't even imagine. I've never seen such magics like this outside of Strahd himself. We are in safe hands, and I feel, for the first time in a while, safe here.
Awesome. I'm glad we finally found you a safe place. Are you guys just gonna like chill here?
That is definitely the plan.
Okay.
The fact that we found them, though, was I don't know if it's a good thing or not.
Well, we're not gonna tell anybody.
Yeah, but we might not have to. Even the fact that we are here might be revealing their location to Strahd or something that we are not aware.
What's in the card out front?
And with this, Rudolph's eyes widening super wide. He's like, oh, shit, the cart! You didn't go in, did you?
No, I knocked on the door, but nobody answered.
There was a sign that said "Do not enter," so
Me,
we left it alone.
the temptation was very strong for me, but yeah.
And Esmeralda at the north side of the tower kind of like looks at all of you and says, Rudolph, they didn't look exactly burned to death, did they? They obviously didn't touch the wagon. And Rudolph is just kind of like, yes, I suppose we would have heard it. Inside it was rigged with 100 flasks of alchemical fire. Anyone who enters that wagon through the main door would surely not be around to speak of it.
Why do you have a thing like that?
Well, the inside does contain a lot of goodies that we carry with us for survival. It is precious to us. And
You might want to hide it a little better. It's a little bit of a giveaway that somebody might be here. Or it's a target for bandits,
Yes, I would like to see the bandits get in here. I only wish I could have seen you dancing at the door to even get here.
It was adorable, I assure you.
It was one of the more unique locks I've seen to a house.
Yes.
Who did the dance for y'all to get in here?
Unconventional, very unconventional.
Well, in my older age, admittedly, I did have Esmeralda do a little dancing in front of the door. And she goes, "Oh my God, why?" And she just kind of rolls her eyes and keeps looking out the window.
Oh, man.
Have you ever been inside of Strahd's castle?
Not at all. It is the one place I dare not go.
So we have a very interesting situation. And I'll just show him the letter. He's invited us to dinner.
Invited you to dinner?
Basically a trap, but it's
Yes, this was
in a different
before he
way.
tried to kill us with a giant tree monster.
What was his demeanor when he offered this to you? Was he grinning or was he genuine?
He seemed strangely sincere.
Yeah.
It's like he wants something from us, but he's shy enough
I
to
think
ask
he's
it outside.
intrigued by us.
I think he needs something from us in order to leave this place as well. Probably alive.
Yes, Strahd is many things, but he is a man of principle in his own way. If he was sincere, I believe it might be as he says, but never let your guard down around Strahd. He's as cunning with his tongue as he is with his magic.
He's a cunning linguist.
Yes, one could say he is quite the cunning linguist. Well put.
Has he met my friend Colonel Angus? He's quite the seasoned man in the army.
No, I've not heard the tales of Colonel Angus.
Please, we need to search for the den of wolves. We don't need to waste more precious time.
All right, so should we go look for the wolves then?
Yeah, I think we should look for the wolves.
Irina and Ismark sit here. It's already, it might already be an exposure standing with us. So it's better for us to leave you.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything else before you peace?
We don't need to because we've asked a bunch of questions. We've already had a long rest.
Yeah.
I mean, just stay here, I guess, until we come again and let you know that it's safe outside. When Strahd is dead, basically.
Well, they might want to help us with Strahd.
Yeah, the help would be appreciated.
Yeah. Let's say we'll meet again when we are ready to face Strahd once and for all.
Do we have to dance every time we want to come back?
Yes.
I mean, not that I mind. I like dancing.
Yes, unfortunately, it is a strong spell. I would strongly recommend dancing.
We should do it like all four of us synchronized next time.
What about no? You dance so well. I would hate
I know I
to
do.
mess it up for you by dancing with my orc
You probably would
phrase.
mess it up, actually. Okay, I'll do it.
It's
You
so
had
easy
mentioned
to
that there were some
appease the silly
items
minds.
in that wagon. Is there anything that would be of immediate use to us?
Well, let's see. He's kind of like,
Minus the 100 flasks of alchemist fire.
I mean, I will take an extra bottle or two of alchemist fire. It never goes amiss.
so, basically, I could like give you a rundown of like what would be inside. So there would be a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, a light crossbow, 10 silvered crossbow bolts, fine clothing, traveler's clothes, pair of shoes, harlequin mask, 3 wigs, a climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, a poisoner's kit, a lyre with golden strings, a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken, and a silver ewer with 5 chicken eggs in it. There's a tiny box in there. There's some gold in there. There's 3 sets of manacles, a shovel. There's a wooden chest that contains stuff that he might not be willing to tell you about. There's a couple scrolls.
It's a wagon full of garbage. That is trash.
The silver silver arrows or bolts sound interesting.
Yeah, there's other things in there, but he wouldn't have been forthcoming about that.
We've been gathering this stuff for months. I found it in the back of like an alley. Battle axe. We got a magical one, right?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
that have any special property to it? Or is it just like a +1 battle axe?
You did find an axe. Yeah. Let me dig that up.
Because I completely forgot about that. I think I've
Oh
got it
yeah,
right
that was
now.
the one in the tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like, oh, it's 1d6 or like +5 damage against trees.
It's really good against twig blights.
So is my staff.
Oh no, your first step.
So yeah, when Kalanthos wakes up from his rest before, if he was to look at the battle axe, he would get a sense that this is definitely special. When the axe hits a plant, whether it's an ordinary plant or a plant-like creature, it deals an extra 1d8 damage to plants.
That would have been like really.
That would have been incredibly
Useful.
helpful.
Yeah.
That would have been super helpful.
And it's also good that only Kalanthos has held it because the axe itself detects alignment, and if anyone evil holds it, it does protrude thorns from the handle to damage the attacker.
Is it any evil or is it any non-good?
It is any non-good.
Oh, 'cause
Okay,
he's neutral,
I
isn't
can't
he?
use it.
The neutral.
Are you?
I'm neutral.
I think I'm the only good one.
Oh, so yeah, then I guess that was my error. Then I did not pick up on that nuance, but yes. If Kalanthos had picked it up in the first place, he would have been pricked by it for sure.
Oh, I would have dropped that axe. I would have been like, ugh. No, thank you.
No.
Well, then I would have picked it up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the damage is not significant. You would have taken like 1 damage when it hit you.
Oh, okay.
So I guess Augage is the one carrying it, even though I don't use battle axes.
Giant battle axe and little.
Maybe we can sell it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
may...
Or if we
Oh.
maybe we'll have like a companion that could use it or something.
Let's just give it to these guys. Here's an actual item of worth that you could use.
True.
Yeah.
It's
Do any of
magical.
you use
not
battle
like a
axes?
pile of garbage.
You guys could use it as like a cheap detect alignment kind of like thing. You're just like, can you hold this real quick?
Yeah, magic.
Okay, take a swing at me real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Son of a bitch. Ow. You're like, kill him. Yes, you may affectionately refer to this as Tree's Bane.
If any of you are like good and need a battle axe, we have one.
And you see Ismar kind of eyeing it up, and he goes, I am sure I could make do with this. And he kind
Extra damage against plants.
he takes it from your hands, and immediately the thorns stab him in the eye. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. He's fine.
I was about to say, I thought he was good.
That would be funny though. I just love the idea of you guys testing everyone with this. You're like, you want to see my axe?
I have trust issues. Please hold this axe.
So should we get a move on? We're losing time, and I don't think we have all of it in our leisure.
So the only thing I'll mention is, when Rudolph was kind of giving you guys the rundown of what's in the wagon, like he was being noticeably like, cagey about stuff inside it. So like while he kind of rattled off what he just, what I rattled off, like if, just from the tone on his voice, you would kind of get the sense that like there might be more to the wagon than he was letting on about.
Are you
It's not
telling
something
us
Augage would
Saya,
cry about.
Saya would pry. Saya would be like, and what else is in the wagon?
inside?
It's just personal effects. Nothing of interest to you, I'm sure.
It wouldn't be at your benefit, nor either ours, either, to tell lies, If there's something useful, we need to have every weapon available at our arsenal right now.
Yes, I agree. Perhaps you would find something of use in there, but I've more or less given you the rundown.
Fair
No
enough.
matter.
I don't want to pry any further, to be honest, as a character, but maybe someone else want to do an inside check. I don't know.
I would say,
if
listen, it's his stuff. It's his decision. We're strong. We can handle it. If it was something that he really felt like was life or death to us, I'm sure he would help.
Oh, you know what? He would say this then if you guys gave that. Well, I do have a map of all of Barovia in it.
Oh, well, that would be really helpful.
Super
It's
useful, yes.
incredibly useful, as we are none of us are a part of this map.
Yeah, I guess I probably should have said that.
That would be very. Thank you.
Escaped my mind.
Okay, well, we
We'll
would
keep them up.
appreciate that if you wouldn't mind lending it to us.
Yes, feel free. I know this place like the back of my hand, as does Esmeralda here. Isn't that right, Esmeralda? She's like, and she kind of like does a little like, and turns back to the window.
And how do we open the cart without, boom?
The door on the bottom, I think.
Yes, Jesus, thank you. There's a hatch underneath. If you go in under there and are very careful, you will not set it off. It is tied to the main door. Just, don't shake it or anything.
Okay.
Isn't there like a spell we can cast in order to nullify it for a couple of minutes?
No, unfortunately, it is purely rigging. I just, bunch of dangling flasks held up with rope.
Fair enough. Okay,
August will stand far, far away while they're trying to dig in that wagon.
This is a job for Saya. I think she's the most dexterous out of us.
Yeah, I suppose Saya should go in.
Okay.
Try.
Are you guys piecing out of the tower then? You're all heading down?
Yeah, I think we've gotten everything we need for now. We can always come back and bother them.
Yes. All right. So then you guys will call down to the golems and they will let you guys down. And
Thanks, boys.
this will bring you all back out here.
Okay.
I'm going to stand over here.
So Saya would do as she was instructed to get into the cart.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Getting the map.
All right. So if Saya is going in there, then you can open up the little hatch underneath and you can definitely get inside. Once you're inside, you can kind of like look around and you see all of the different things that he was kind of rattling off before. You do notice that there is a wooden chest in there with like a gold holy symbol on it. A symbol that you would have recognized from like the church at Father Lucian's place. And you can also see like a couple pieces of like paper kind of like around. So one of them is the map that was as described. And another one almost appears to be like some writing on it. Just at a glance, like it just like appears as though it's like a page ripped out of a book or something.
What? Can I tell what's on it? Like what it actually is about?
Yeah, you could read it if you wanted to.
I would like to read that because Saya's a nosy bitch.
And then there's also 2 spell scrolls in there.
Ooh, I'll be taking that.
And I will send that list over Discord. So if you guys want anything out of there, you can just tell me offline and add it to your character sheet.
Saya's just that looks interesting, and that looks interesting, and don't touch.
You'll just, as you're touching stuff, you're going to hear from a distance, "You're doing fine. Nothing's exploded yet."
So, So then, Saya is going to look at this page, and let me see if I have some fancier music here.
Why am I getting fancy music?
We'll use this music. Why not?
For a fancy letter.
Fancy letter for fancy music.
So Saya begins looking over the pages, and it reads as follows. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. Hero, I am named in some circles. Sage and Master Hunter, I am called in others. That I have survived countless supernatural assaults is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing amongst my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive effort to destroy a vampire that murdered my child, and it has become for me a tedious and bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today I'm a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful lich, I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness and, seemingly, must now endure for all of eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts and torments me in my dreams. I expect that those who think of me as a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal here and now that I have been the indirect yet certain cause of many deaths and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with the devastating realization. I now see that I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically than the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it. Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related the tragic story of how my only child Erasmus was taken by the Vistani and sold to a vampire. I explained how Erasmus was made a minion of the Night Stalker, and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnapper across the land, or how I extracted Erasmus's whereabouts from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening and insisted that I treat him, but I was unable to save the young man's life. In fear for their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine, if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, of which I knew nothing. To my lasting astonishment, they chose to surreptitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I realized what had occurred, they were an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason, I strapped the body of the dead man to my horse and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before me without seeking shelter from the night. Shortly after darkness fell, I was beset by undead that would have me slain, had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life, for reasons that I do not completely understand. He somehow detected me and, with his powerful magic, took control of a pack of zombies that wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of the dead things and placed a magic ward upon undead on me, then animated the dead Vistania and bade it to tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers, and my unwelcome entourage included a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me thanks to the Lich's ward. When I found the caravan, I threatened to set the zombies on the Vistani unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to a vampire, Baron Metis. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story has not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, "Live you always among monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws." Even now, so many years later, I hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end the curse, which I did with a heavy heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept until an insatiate desire for vengeance filled the bottomless rift of my heart. End journal entry.
Wow. Heavy stuff.
Well, I'm taking that with me too.
Saya's like, cool, pockets it.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was 2 scrolls.
Yep. Taking the scrolls as well.
All right.
And off I go without making the place explode.
Okay. And you are successfully able to get out.
Yay. So.
So is there
other
anything
than
interesting in there?
Yeah.
Anything helpful?
Out of here. La, 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 la.
This is intriguing, and then she just sort of hands over the journal entry to you guys and is like, not
that's
good reading.
Yeah.
disturbing, even for me. The details, at least. I don't think it's going to help us a lot, but let's keep it for now.
It's good to know the sort of man we are dealing with up there.
Yeah. It's a good reminder because he seemed a little bit wholesome lately, that he's still like a terrible creature that needs to get destroyed no matter what.
What? We don't have to destroy him. He's going to help us defeat Strahd.
I mean, probably.
He wasn't exactly helpful.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just.
I mean, he
To get
saved
everybody
Arena
out.
and Ismark. That's pretty helpful.
I don't
He's
know.
keeping them
Yeah,
safe
but-
right now.
Why do they need to be alive? Why do they need to be get safe? We're only protecting them because they're the only people that showed us kindness in this god-awful place.
Probably
That's
they
reason
are.
enough for me.
Probably they are the only reason that Strahd is tracking us. He wants Irina and Ismark. I think that's what is said, and for some reason. Anyway, we should continue looking for that den of wolves around this place. Maybe we can figure out more clues that way.
Yeah, I think we were going to Crest, right?
Yeah.
Were we going to Crest or were we going to go look for the Den of Wolves?
I mean, we can.
Well, they said that they thought the Den of Wolves thing was near Crest, so that's
Near Crest, yeah. I was
assumed
thinking
we were-
that, like, if we go around the lake and go up the hill up there.
We could like make it like a way there, like going around the lake and then go towards the path to Kresk in a weird way.
Well, I was just thinking if we go towards Crest, we're getting away from the hills. So, like, Crest is here. And then I was thinking the Den of Wolves might be up here. So we would need to kind of go like this way. Maybe to get up there. I mean, I guess we could like just go towards Kresk and then go up that way, maybe.
Yeah, well, Crest is at like the foothills of a hill, so
Yeah, we could do that.
I have no idea because I couldn't see where you pointed in the map. But
Okay.
let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
go here and then we're gonna explore the hills up above it. Probably up here, maybe.
Yeah.
They're basically highlighting to the like west of you guys right now. Okay. So you guys want to head towards Kresk?
Yes.
Alrighty then. So you guys begin your journey. Let me casually roll dice. Okay, for some reason. Let me roll some other dice for no reason.
Oh no. For no
Man, for what
reason
possible reason
whatsoever.
could that be happening?
It's a mystery.
Okay. That's super odd. Now I have to actually read. What the fuck? What? All right. So, yeah, as you guys are walking down the path, Several hundred yards away through the fog, you can see a flickering torchlight on the path. It's kind of like moving away from you.
Hello, who's there?
Nothing happens as you like call out for it. It just kind of continues to move.
Okay, then we continue to move, I guess.
Yeah, we just keep. Well, I don't think we should follow lights. That's a bad idea.
I mean, do we want to investigate what kind of light is that? I want to see if it's a magical sort of light. I guess probably is. But let's roll about it. An Arcana check. Pretty good.
23. So, yeah, as you kind of like do an Arcana check,
Fairy fire, maybe?
I need to quickly double check. No, you do not pick up any magic in the immediate vicinity.
Well, I was like
Divine sense.
trying to concentrate my check during the towards the lights, but I guess that makes sense. Not magical.
Divine sense, you said? So Cal rips off a divine sense, and what specifically do you learn again?
Celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet.
Yes, you definitely pick up undead.
In the direction of that light.
Yes.
That is undead. I do not know whether it is good or evil.
How can
But whatever
undead
that
be
light
good?
is, it is not alive.
When was the last time you saw an undead that wasn't evil?
Children.
Well, I mean-
and the town.
Yes, the
I mean-
two children, two ghost kids. They weren't evil. The depressing dead baby we found, that wasn't evil.
True, I guess in this place there is a lot of undead that's not completely evil.
Yeah, and as you guys are looking at it, you can see that this light flutters as it moves away from you, but you never lose quite sight of it. And you make your way quickly yet cautiously through the fog until you come upon the shell of like a ruined guards tower. The upper floors of that structure have collapsed, leaving like heaps of rubble and shattered timber around the tower's base. The feeble light moves through an open doorway on the ground floor and then flickers and goes out. So you kind of see it like enter this like destroyed tower, get to the goes inside and then kind of like flicks out.
I think we should just ignore it and keep going.
It is very weird though, and you guys like curious.
Just keep going.
Okay,
I'm okay with keeping going.
I'm curious, but I'll follow the group and what
I
they
mean,
think.
I'll have my bow out ready to go just in case, but
Okay, so the plan is to just go past? Okay. All right. So then, yeah, you guys move on past and make your way
Anticlimactic.
Yes. It's like, here's this setup. You're going to do it? It's like, fuck no.
Here's this setup. It's like, no, that's a silly place.
Yeah.
I was like, there's undead over there, and we're like, yes, let's go look. Like, no.
It's like, yeah, I kind of don't really care about whatever that was. Let's move on.
Well, it was probably a fight, so
Yeah.
We will never know.
we find out later that was the key to taking down Strahd.
Yeah, that's it.
Too late.
It was the mage.
The mate is dead. Nope.
The mage is undead.
So, yeah, you guys make your way over to Kresk over there, and as you approach, the road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of the snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you can see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting. a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that leads up from the walled settlement to the abbey.
Cool. So we approach the town.
Yes.
Yup. Yes, you do. Let me plop you on a map.
Let's see what's this town all about.
Let's not let Strahd take this one over, okay?
I mean, if we can help it. I don't know how easy it is exactly to do that.
Sorry, I should have pre-dragged you guys on here before. All right, and Wonder Twin powers activate, and we are here.
Yay.
So yes, you guys get to this gatehouse, and as you guys approach, the air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is a set of a pair of 12-foot tall inbound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name, Kresk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you can see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears as they watch you nervously approaching.
Oh, those are supposed to be the guards for the town, I guess. We shouldn't make any hasty movements.
Cal's gonna raise his hand to hail and well met. We are just looking for entry into your town.
And the guards are like, don't come any closer. What is your business here?
We just want to come in, maybe buy some things. What were you doing exactly in Kresk? What's so special about Kresk?
Originally, you guys were coming here because you were told it might be a safe place for Arena and Ismark.
But now we think the wolves are nearby, so it's just
Probably
like a base
the
to
den
start
of wolves
from.
could be like a thing here.
We heard it was a safe place, and we just wanted to come and see what your whole deal was about.
I don't know. And you see him like turn to his like guard friends, and they kind of talk. And
If it makes you feel any better, I'm a holy man. I'm rather religious, if that's a good thing.
And the one guard like shouts back over the wall. He goes, "I don't know what you are. Hold on, let me continue talking." And you just hear like, and
Sounds like friendly sort, huh?
and one of them goes, "You stay right there. We'll come right back." And one of them goes and like takes running off into the town, and the other 3 continue standing there, just looking at all of you like uneasy, just like.
They must think we're vampires.
Orgits, maybe you can help the situation. You are good at diffusing the situation.
Well, they ran away.
I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. I'd like to. Hopefully, we can ease their minds. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like he's running to go get somebody. Maybe we can reason with them. Yes.
Yeah.
So then, God, all these links are busted for some reason. So freaking annoying. So then you see the guard come returning, and he's with like a pair of people with him that are dressed like much more regally than the guards were. And they kind of approach the gate somberly, but kind of like, you know, as if it's like a mission or like a, you know, they must do this. I want to show this to you, but they're gonna introduce themselves. Fuck it. These are the people that you see approach.
Oh.
And you hear the man's voice, and he goes, "Lo, who goes there? What brings you to Kresk? What business do you have here?"
Hello, I'm Augage. These are my friends. We heard this might be a safe place, and there aren't many safe places in Barovia, so we were hoping to come and stay here for a little while.
There aren't many safe places in Barovia, and I dare say we may have one of them. But I don't know you. I don't know your purpose. Despite your cheery demeanor, you can't be trusted.
What can we do? What can we
we're
do?
anti-Strahd, if that helps.
Well, that doesn't hurt. And big one back there, what were you saying?
What can we do in order to prove that we mean well and we didn't come here to cause any issues?
And they kind of like look at each other and
Can I do this as a persuasion roll? Like to try to persuade him that we mean well and we are indeed enemies of Strahd?
Yeah, feel free to do a persuasion check if you want.
Maybe that will help the situation. Or maybe I'll make it worse. That's always fun in D&D.
$17. Yeah, with this, you can see them discuss amongst themselves, and he kind of like sighs and then looks back at all of you. I am Baron Kreskov, and this is my wife, the Baroness. I do believe you will appear nice, but we can't just let anyone come in here. That would be crazy. But, well, one of the few pleasures of Barovia seems to have dried up. Do you know what I speak of?
Wine?
Oh yeah, we totally fixed that problem.
Yes, that's
We're like with those guys. We're like this with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're like BFFs.
And with this, like, his eyes kind of like narrow and widen at the same time. He's like, huh?
Well, do you remember any names from
It's a really long story. Maybe if you let us in, we can tell you it.
I'll make you a deal. You bring me barrels of wine, and I will let you in.
Well, what if they were all destroyed?
Yeah, they were.
That
Basically,
sounds
that's the story.
very convenient.
Well,
We
there
don't
was
have
one.
anything on us that proved we were with the Ravens, do we?
Do you have a letter? No, nothing.
I have my old staff, but I don't think that would really help.
Carl is accurate in his what I think he's going to say, which is there was some wine still left at the winery.
There was, but wasn't it also poisoned?
There was
Some of it?
They made mention of like having at least a few barrels that were untainted.
Okay.
Maybe we can
Well, we
bring
can
you
try to get one from them. What
barrel.
happened was we just rescued a gemstone, which will help them grow their vines again. So they kind of have to build up, but we can, I guess, see if they're willing to part with one of the few barrels they have left.
And at the mentioning of the gemstone, he kind of goes like, "Is that how the old bird was growing the wine? Interesting. Yes. If you could bring me the wine, then I believe you can stay. But
So, you mentioned a very interesting phrase, old bird.
yes,
Can I roll insight? Well, I'm going to allude to them being bird people, just to see if he picks up on it.
you're like, well, birds of a feather do flock together.
Yes.
Am I right?
It would, yes,
True.
there. He's quite the feathery old man. Wink, wink. Catch my drift.
and
It's a pretty evident drift.
and with this, he kind of goes, yes, he is. And he just looks
Yes.
confused.
Him and his whole murder of family that he's got there in his roost. Almost as if they're bird people.
Murder of bird people? What is happening here? And
Okay,
he's-
you're clearly not on the same level of understanding with them as we are, so we're going to leave it at that. If you want wine, we got you.
And bring it without all this frivolity. What is bird people? Madness.
I mean,
Guys
you
are
live in
under
this
their
place.
cover.
I mean, you live in this forsaken place and you think this is madness. It only makes sense.
You see him just freaking out. Are they bird people? Do we need to go and murder these evil birds?
No.
Don't murder them, please. We just saved them.
No, I tried to get on the bird humor because you said, old bird. I thought I could maybe make a joke and you'd let us in, but that clearly failed.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything about murdering the bird people. He's just very confused.
Okay.
Goes, oh, that all sounds interesting. I've certainly heard weirder stories in Barovia, but if you can bring me the wine, you're as good as in. So that is it.
All right.
I guess it's
Going
worth
back
a shot.
there again.
Just came from there.
Back and forth, back and forth.
This is the life of traveling. It has a lot of ups and downs, back and forth.
Are they going to let us borrow like a wagon or something? Because I imagine that's incredibly heavy.
I don't want to roll the battle all the way here.
Yeah, they did have, if you
Shake up all that sediment.
if you recall, they had like that loading mechanism.
Yeah, they did.
That like would load into a wagon, and they had horses and stuff. But yes, that is what he says.
Cool.
So, what will you guys do?
I guess we have to. We don't have any option if we want to visit this town. And we do want to visit this town. I guess we'll try and ask them nicely for a barrel. Maybe they can afford one.
Maybe we could ask for like a to do them a favor, like if they have something that's going on, like some kind of trouble in the town that they need help with.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to cut it, though. They probably need the wine. It doesn't hurt to try.
So what do you...
So I guess we just go back and get the wine.
Yeah, that seems like the easiest solution.
All right. For the next hour, let us role play you guys going to get wine, if you don't mind. No.
Yes. Doop 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 doop. I'm going to get wine. Doop doop doop.
Yeah. Yes. So it looks like the crew will go back, grab some wine, but I believe we will call the episode to a close here, a little unceremoniously, but you guys are about to get into a lot more interesting things, so I don't want to dig us in through there. So we shall close the episode with that whimper of a moment.
That's fine.
So
I
exciting.
just wanted to get in.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to get wine in those places, guys. Give us a break. Like they had like a couple of barrels. Now they have to part with one of them. It's
I
gonna be an
know, like I
issue.
feel bad.
We can maybe
Whatever.
stealth inside the town. Like go.
No, I'm just thinking
That's
how
Can we jump through the walls
it
or find
get into
something
the
to get
town?
in? Yeah, we might search for illegal entry.
Saya's gonna plan a reconnaissance mission through the town.
maybe, I don't know, like I've got a grappling hook, nobody can stop me.
Yeah, the guards don't exactly seem like the most battle-hardened people, so maybe Saya could do some tricky stuff. But yeah, I mean, you could also go get wine, bring it back. There's many things you could do. But we will have to find out next week on The Curse of Strahd. Thank you all for joining us. As always, players, well done randomly finding Ismark and Arena for no reason whatsoever.
It
know, I'm
was the
so glad that
dancing
we
moves.
Pretty awesome.
It was the dancing moves.
Oh man.
Yeah, you guys
I
like
thought it was the windmill.
that whole
was this?
situation could have gone so differently. Like, but Deb just immediately started dancing in order and didn't try anything, and you guys found a
If you
trap
get,
door.
I mean, it was clearly a puzzle. I'm gonna
Yeah.
geek out over the puzzles.
Yeah, but dancing puzzle? Come on.
I should have made you like in real life emulate the dance moves to ensure authenticity.
I started doing
I
it.
would have, but I couldn't see it that well.
Excuses.
We'll do that for the bonus footage for members of the YouTube channel.
Come
We'll,
on.
we'll have a door opening for everybody in the party. But yes, we will find out next week what comes of the town of Kresk and the party at large. I love you guys as always, and we will see you next week. Mwah, 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 mwah. Goodbye, everybody.